Oof, good morning. Yesterday I had a really good day, and then an idiot happened. Basically, yet again, a common feature of my life is that flipping idiots who have already prejudged me will listen to any bullshit they hear and take it as gospel, which leads to bald, carpet-fitting, drunken fucks threatening me in the street. I'm not happy about this. The person who threatened me should be happy about this because I didn't harm them. God knows I wanted to. I wanted to make an example of the cheeky fucker. Because I am tired of this bullshit. Up until that point yesterday, I'd had a really good day. I had spent a lot of time with my friends in Ipswich Community Hub. I then moved on to MAS and spent more time with friends and felt really blessed and loved. And then this stupid, shaven-headed, carpet-fitting arsehole has a go at me about something I have no idea about. Up until then, my day had been fine. That's all it takes, though. To put things into focus, I walked home past a drinking establishment I used to frequent, but do not anymore. One of the regulars who I used to speak to was outside the pub. I said hello. Next thing I know, he's accusing me of banging on someone's door and threatening them. A female, of course. Not a male. If it was a male, it wouldn't be an issue with it. This is something, yet again, I didn't do. I may have yelled at a street load of people 2 or 3 days ago about dumping their crap furniture outside my property. And said, I want to throw that shit back in your front door and I will report you to the effing police for this bullshit. So yeah, I got I got verbally aggressive. But in general, shiny. So instead of feeling wonderful about my day, instead of me feeling like talking positively about finding a bunch of military vintage aircraft magazines for free from a charity shop and a huge poster of an Avro Lancaster, which my grandfather worked on during World War II. He was an engineer. I get to feel like this. I get to feel like the majority of people out there think I'm some kind of effing monster. And it pushes me to the extent where I feel like giving up and saying, fine, I give up. I'll be the monster you want me to be. As in, the next motherfucker who threatens me, I will hurt them in very imaginative ways. A big prison fuck you. Because that's, in the prison community, that's how you stop people from fucking with you. You make an example of someone in a spectacularly messy way. Basically to say to everyone else, don't fuck with me. I mean, this situation is either one of two things. Either basically someone over-exaggerated the fact that I yelled at them from across the street for getting their kids to dump their shit furniture outside my property, or it's even worse. Because the other thing it could be is some stirring, lying piece of shit who knows she cannot manipulate or control me. Oh, yet again, it's another bloody woman, isn't it? Making up blatant lies. Just like another situation I was involved in recently. You know, where I was accused of walking into a place and verbally threatening someone, and this was proven to be bullshit when I said check CCTV. Problem is, when you have a reputation like mine, because I don't have a good reputation, people will believe anything they hear which matches their prejudgment. That's what it is. Their prejudgment is that I am fully capable of anything. Damn straight I am. Pardon me. But only under certain circumstances. Honestly, this one incident has crushed me. Knocked the wind out of me. I literally went from feeling very good about life in general to despairing of the world. And maybe that's my fault. All I know is this particular idiot really needs to check his facts. Instead of going off half cocked because he's had a few pints on a Thursday afternoon. And apparently I'm the one who's weird. One thing I don't do these days is go off half cocked. Sorry, I need to blow my nose. Oh. In public. I'll go off half-cocked in front of the missus, because she understands me, and I'll do it in front of certain friends. But in public, I try not to go off half-cocked. Half-cocked, by the way, definition. Comes from the days of flintlock gunpowder weapons. It meant that you didn't fully draw back the flintlock mechanism, so it struck fully, and the likely chance is it wouldn't ignite the load and fire if you did that. Going off half-cocked. It's a bit like the opposite of the saying full tilt. Because going full tilt was an expression from the medieval sport of jousting, where it meant you had your lance properly couched, ready and aimed at the opponent. That's full tilt, rather than your jousting is something I've always wished in my blood to have participated in, but I've never had the money. I can't afford a horse, and I can't afford full plate armour. I know my defensive aggressiveness has alienated quite a lot of people over the years. I'm doing it now on my YouTube. But I have taken so much flack over the years that I do not know legitimately how else to react. So to those on my channel who have reached out to me in legitimate ways, especially a certain person who offered me a care package, which I mercilessly slapped down. I apologise. You meant well. But I'm so used to people being judgmental, defensive, and wrong-headed that most people I judge as they're going to be like that. So, apologies. All apologies. But I can't help being like that. The world has taught me that I need to defend myself. It's just after 6 a.m. It's very windy here in East Anglia, UK. I need another coffee. So you can accompany me to the kitchen. Oh. Found that in a magazine that was dumped outside a charity shop. A pristine aviation magazine for 2017. That, my friends, is the Avro Lancaster. The best British bomber of World War II. A plane that, had the Americans not developed the Boeing Super Fortress, would have dropped the atomic bomb, because it was the only Allied bomber that had the carrying capacity to do so. My grandfather, who was lifelong RAF, works and maintained planes like that. Shiny lights. More coffee. But seriously, is there a point to this video? I always like there to be a point. And I suppose my point is, something I'm guilty of. Stop leaping to conclusions and being so prejudgmental. You don't know what's going on in someone else's head. Fine. Be judgmental in your own head. I am. I'm human. But until you actually have the facts of a situation, stop shooting your mouth off. It not only puts you in potentially dangerous situations, it makes you look like a dick. This is especially the case when I judge that you mean well. I judge. Yes, I judge people. I'm human. I judge people. But you come across like a dickhead to me, I'm going to treat you like a dickhead. Because I ain't got time to be sympathetic and work you out if you mean nothing to me. Which invariably most human beings mean nothing. This is what I've learned. The majority of human beings have zero value to me. That's not a nice thing to admit, but it's true. And because you have zero value, that means I give you zero respect. The majority of people actually have to prove to me they're worthy of my respect. Is that arrogant? It comes across as such. Two magpies sitting in the road. Two for joy. Old superstition. Oh, there you go. They just leapt off the road to avoid the car, and both of them had trouble steering because it's very windy. It's very stormy in the eastern UK at the moment. Not proper stormy, no thunder, no lightning. The way you love me is frightening. You better knock on. I do this, randomly bursting into song. But hey, life is random. But all I'm saying is, I think basically, if you prejudge people like myself, you're missing out. If you prejudge anyone, you're missing out. You're missing out on the potential for a good friend. You are harming that person by prejudging them in public. And by threatening them, you are potentially stirring trouble. Why do that? I really don't get human beings. I don't understand them. And that is my point this morning. Hey, be cool with each other, to paraphrase Bill and Ted. Stop treating other human beings in a negative way. Try to give them trust, try to give them understanding. Until the point where you realise it's not worth it, and then give up on individual human beings. Because some individual human beings are not worth your time. Be selective. And stop prejudging. Says me, I do it all the time. That's about all I've got to say.